In many households, access to drinking water follows a familiar pattern. Water is either sourced directly from municipal systems or purchased in bottled form. These two approaches represent the most common methods of consumption, each involving different levels of cost, convenience, and infrastructure dependency. Municipal water systems rely on centralized treatment and distribution networks. Bottled water, on the other hand, depends on commercial supply chains and recurring purchases. Both systems operate externally to the user, requiring little direct involvement beyond consumption. However, some individuals explore alternative approaches that shift part of the process into the home environment. These approaches often involve filtration systems or manually assembled devices designed to alter or process water at the point of use. This is where instructional formats, such as do-it-yourself guides, begin to appear as a distinct category. Alka Water DIY is a digital instructional guide that outlines the process of constructing a home-based water treatment device. The product does not include physical components. Instead, it provides documentation that describes how to assemble a system using commonly available materials. The guide is delivered in a downloadable format and includes written instructions, visual diagrams, and a list of required components. The structure resembles a blueprint-based manual, where each step contributes to the final assembly of a functional unit. The device described in the guide is based on a water ionization concept. According to the documentation, the system uses an electric current to separate components within water during operation. The setup includes containers, connectors, and conductive elements arranged in a specific configuration. The product itself functions as an informational resource. Its purpose is to transfer procedural knowledge rather than deliver a finished product. After obtaining access to the guide, the user typically begins by reviewing the materials list. This list outlines the physical components required to build the device. These materials are not included and must be acquired independently. Once the materials are gathered, the user follows the step-by-step instructions provided in the guide. The process involves assembling the components in a specific sequence. The instructions are supported by diagrams that illustrate positioning and connections. The assembly process is manual and requires basic handling of physical objects. No advanced technical background is specified, but the process assumes the ability to follow procedural steps and replicate a structure based on documentation. After assembly, the device is connected to a water source. The guide includes instructions on how to integrate the system into an existing setup. Once operational, the device processes water according to the described configuration. The total time required for assembly is presented as a few hours. After completion, the device remains in place and can be used repeatedly without rebuilding. This type of product aligns with individuals who prefer hands-on interaction with systems used in their daily routines. It may appeal to those interested in constructing functional devices from basic materials rather than purchasing ready-made equipment. It also corresponds to users who are comfortable following structured guides and performing assembly tasks independently. The process requires attention to sequence, spatial arrangement, and component handling. Additionally, it may be relevant for individuals exploring alternatives to commercially available water systems. Instead of purchasing a pre-assembled unit, the user engages in the construction process directly. The format assumes a willingness to allocate time for assembly and to source materials separately. It does not provide an immediate ready-to-use solution. Within the broader category of water treatment solutions, Alka Water DIY occupies a distinct position. Traditional systems, such as filtration units or commercial ionizers, are typically manufactured, tested, and distributed as complete products. These systems often involve higher upfront costs and minimal user assembly. In contrast, this product shifts the responsibility of construction to the user. Instead of purchasing a finished device, the user receives instructions and builds the system independently. Compared to pre-built systems, this approach reduces reliance on manufacturing and distribution but increases user involvement. It replaces financial cost with time and manual effort. In relation to other instructional content, the product follows a standard digital guide format. It combines text-based explanations with visual references and structured steps, similar to other DIY manuals found in areas such as home improvement or electronics assembly. Overall, the product represents an instructional approach to device creation, where the primary value lies in the transfer of procedural knowledge rather than the delivery of a physical item. For those interested in examining the original instructional material, a reference link is available in the video description.